Hey guys, Ice Bear here. I am up at the Pine Plantation use area in Kings Gap State Park, Pennsylvania with Dollar Store Chapstick. Yeah. Don't touch that. Somebody lost it. We are Ew. Alright, now you're gonna have to sanitize your hands.
It has a thing on it.
It's one of those golfer's hats.
Oh, it's like a...
Yeah, alright, here. Hand sanitizer immediately.
I don't know what they're called, but it's like a beret.
No, it's not a beret.
No,
Ew, you got hand sanitizer everywhere.
You're clean.
Alright,
Prevent
anyway.
Lyme disease.
Yes. This is how you prevent Lyme disease.
Call your doctor.
And we are going to hike the Pine Plantation Trail. So anyway, we're not doing a long trail today because it's super windy and the woods can be dangerous when it's super windy. So we're just going to do this Pine Plantation Trail. And I was tagged by John Coffey, I'll pop his channel in here, to do the 17 question tag, I guess is what it's called. I'm not sure who came up with it, but I'm going to go ahead and answer the 17 questions.
There's baby pine cones everywhere.
Yes, there are. Okay, question number 1 is, what is your name? My name is Ice Bear.
I know your real name.
Well, they didn't specify to state your real name.
Jacques Cousteau. That's your real name, Jacques Cousteau.
Question number 2. Okay, this to me looks like 3 questions. Are you married? How long? And any kids? Let's just say I'm taken. I have 2 kids. I have 1 boy and 1 girl.
That's a question with like a side question.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Birdhouse! Oh, okay.
Question number 3. What is your hometown? My hometown is a little itty bitty town called Walnut Bottom, Pennsylvania. Question 4. What is your occupation? I am currently unemployed. I am a YouTuber, but that's not an occupation. I don't make money off of it. But I am currently unemployed due to COVID-19. My place of employment had to shut down and lay us off. But when I do work, I work with Apple products, fixing them and testing them and all that stuff. Question 5. What is your favorite season? My favorite season by...
Of what show?
That's a good question. My favorite season is fall. I really love the springtime when everything starts to bloom, but I gotta say fall because that's when things start to cool down, less bugs, you know, it's just beautiful.
I like winter. That's my favorite.
Ah! Dollar Store Chapstick's favorite is winter.
I like winter.
I think I know why too.
Because it's cold.
Uh-huh.
And because no school. And because my eczema is good.
Dollar Store Chapstick is an oddball in the fact that, unlike normal people with severe eczema, hers gets better over the winter.
I have some right now.
Yeah. And whenever it's sunny and hot, she breaks out.
Oh, it is 16.
Yeah, somebody carved it in. Question number 6. What is your favorite food and beverage?
Question number 6.5. What is this sign?
Oh, it's talking about the row thinning. It's how they manage the trees.
Oh.
So, my favorite food and beverage. Okay. I would have to say one or the other. I like all kinds of food, but my favorite food would be either hibachi, which is awesome, or pizza. And my favorite drink is Diet Pepsi.
Wait, no, it's not a bird.
It's not a birdhouse for a parrot, you weirdo.
It's so long, that's what it is.
We don't have native parrots here.
You don't know that. You haven't traveled the world.
I know there's no parrots in Pennsylvania unless they're purchased and live domesticated.
I like parrots. They're cute.
I know you do.
Cute.
What is your favorite place visited? Ah, that one's a tough one. I have visited a lot of really awesome places. It's hard to pick a favorite. I guess I would probably say, if I had to pick one, I would probably say Plymouth, Massachusetts, because that's where I see the whales. And anybody that has never seen a whale up close and personal, I recommend you put that on your bucket list, because it is one of the most amazing things you will ever witness.
They're so floppy.
Oh my gosh, they're awesome. And I mean, awesome for all ages too. I took teenagers to see them before, and yeah, you were 7 the first time you saw a whale, but you still loved it. You thought it was awesome. I mean, don't you go out there. What'd you find?
Mushroom.
Oh yeah. She found a mushroom.
That's a mushroom. That's a swamp.
Yes, it is a swamp. You can see whales other places, but in Plymouth, the boat will take you right up. I mean, you could reach out and touch them probably if the boat wasn't so high. So they do. They come right up to the boat and to visit you, and sometimes they'll wave to you. I mean, they'll come completely out of the water and breach.
They're so big.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, and I mean, I've never gone and not seen a whale, so I definitely recommend that. Captain John's Boats is the one that I always go on. Okay, question number 8 is, what is number 1 on your bucket list? Number 1 on my bucket list is to through hike the Appalachian Trail when I turn 40 years old. I'm gonna go over the hill while I'm over the hill. That's number 1 on my bucket list. Number 2 would probably be to touch a whale, because like I said, they're awesome, and I just want to feel what their skin feels like, because it looks so neat. I don't know, that's weird.
It looks like a fish.
Yes.
Fish. Give me that fillet.
Give me the fish. Number 9, what are your pet peeves? Oh no, you didn't. You had to ask. Alright, Ice Bear's definitely got pet peeves. One of my biggest pet peeves is people that trash the trail. People that just randomly throw their trash down. They don't clean up after themselves. They burn trash. They have no regard whatsoever for wildlife. And definitely the worst on that list, for me, is poop tickets. When people throw their poop tickets right on the trail or beside the trail, and I can't pick that up. No. I'm not picking anybody's poop tickets up. Yeah, gross. So that's like my biggest pet peeve.
There's a choo-choo.
Yes, you can always hear the train around this area. Another pet peeve of mine recently is people that go out in public and they don't wear the mask. We are supposed to wear the mask. They tell us to wear the mask. They tell us so many times it's not even funny. Put the mask on, and nobody listens. Sorry, I have no idea which way to go. I think we go that way, because that looks like the kept trail. This looks like an old trail. But yeah, I mean, we have a state law here in Pennsylvania. You have to wear a mask if you're out in public. And there are people just saying, you know, oh no, I ain't wearing no mask. You can't make me wear a mask. I can understand if it's a medical necessity that you can't wear that mask, but if you're just doing it just to cause a fuss, why? What's the point? Just put the mask on. Seriously. It's kind of the same thing for me when people go into Walmart and they come out and the person asks, can I please see your receipt? And people are videotaping them and putting them on YouTube. Hey, we went the right way. People are videotaping and putting it on YouTube. no, you can't see my receipt. By law, I'm not mandated to show you my receipt. You know how people do?
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
I have seen.
Yeah, people are like standing there for 20 minutes holding up everybody saying, I don't have to show you my receipt. By law, I don't have to. Dude, just show them the receipt and be on your way. What's the point? Why you go through a fit?
It's because they're embarrassed about what they buy. They're like, oh no, I bought tampons.
Well, if they're embarrassed about what they buy, they could shop on Amazon. And then they don't have to show anybody a receipt. You know? That individual worker that you're harassing at Walmart, it ain't their fault that they have to ask you to see that receipt. Yeah, come on, people. Number 10, biggest fear overcome. Now, does that mean the biggest fear that I have overcome, or the biggest one that I have yet to overcome?
Biggest fear overcome. It sounds like they're trying to say the biggest fear you overcame.
Okay. The biggest fear I overcame would probably be allowing my firstborn, my son, to drive without anybody else with him. That was terrifying. But generally, I don't allow fear to take hold of rent space in my head. Because the only thing I believe that you have to fear in this world is fear itself. If you work through your fear, it no longer has control of you. But yeah, I guess the hardest one that I have overcome would be letting my son drive unattended and trusting that he would not die. Question number 11 is, what is the one thing you hate to do? I hate to talk on the phone. I will text, I will email, all that good stuff, but I don't like talking on the phone. And I don't like dog poop on the trail. Yeah, no talking on the phone for me. Number 12, what was your awkward moment? I'm not sure I understand that question. I'm guessing it was, what was your most awkward moment? That would probably be on trail. That would be the guy last year that I came across. And I think it was last year or the year before. I don't know. Anyway, the dude had a German Shepherd on trail with him, and it only had half a head. And he was explaining what happened to the dog, that it only had half a head. Yes, swamp. And he said that it got hit by a car, and it ripped off half of its head. So that was from the start, it was kind of awkward. But then the dude, while he's telling the story, ooh, look at that. Ooh, that is a big print.
I slid in the mud.
Yeah, you should get out of there.
You told me it was half of a dog's head.
Yeah. You don't remember that?
You never told me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was around Mount Holly area. Mount Holly, Pennsylvania. I was on the Appalachian Trail. And this dude, he's just walking this really mean dog. I mean, the dog was seriously fear aggressive, and he looked like he was going to rip my leg off if I got within 5 feet of them. And yeah, he's explaining to me what happened to his dog's head, and then just randomly he drops a Glock 9 on the ground. Oh. So yeah, that was creepy and awkward and very uncomfortable moment.
And funky.
Yeah.
Funky.
Question number 13. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? I am introvert all the way. I prefer to be alone. I am extremely awkward unless I really get to know somebody. But once I get to know you, I'm the friendliest person in the world, and my mouth runs like a duck's rear and I don't stop talking. So, I mean, super friendly person, just I'd rather be alone. If that makes any sense. What makes you uncomfortable is question number 14. What makes me uncomfortable? Crowds and humans. I don't like being in crowds. And humans are the most dangerous creatures on earth, so yeah, they make me uncomfortable. Question number 15. Activities besides hiking or backpacking. I like to go horseback riding. I like reading. I like knitting and crocheting. I work with a non-profit organization to supply hats, scarves, and other much needed things to homeless shelters in my area. We supply 5 different homeless shelters. Sorry, I'm winded. We just went uphill.
We're still going.
I like to do my own canning, and I'm a major movie buff. I love movies. I have over 1,000 of them. The biggest struggle I have overcome is question number 16. That would probably be my arm. My right arm. I don't like to talk about it much. I used to work at a warehouse that I loved with plumbing supplies, and it was all really heavy stuff. I worked there for years, and I loved my job. I loved my boss. I loved my coworkers, everything. But after a few years working there, never having a problem, the one day I'm just doing random routine stuff and I felt my arm go pop, and I tore the bicep, tricep, and ulnar nerve in my right arm. I had to have 2 surgeries on it, 8 months of physical therapy, and over 2 years of being off work. So yeah, that was definitely the hardest thing. My goodness, what a sound.
They're swaying up there.
Yeah, that's why we don't hike in the wind. Dangerous.
Danger.
Yeah, definitely that's the most difficult thing I've overcome, is getting my arm to work correctly enough that I could live normal everyday life and go back to work. Because the first 2 doctors that I went to about the arm, they wanted to permanently disable me and have me collect disability. And I said, you know what? It's an arm. My dad worked for 20 years with a guy that only had one of those, and it wasn't a handicap, so mine's not missing. It's just broken. Let's fix it. We are at the end of the trail now, and question number 17 is goals for 2020, question mark. My goals for the year 2020 are to be able to pay my bills and survive. That's it. It's been a rough year. Everybody can agree on that. And all I'm looking to do is be able to pay my bills and survive. So that's it. I am going to be following Walker's World. He's one of my family members, and I am going to follow him in the tradition of being a tag killer. I am not going to tag anybody. I will put these questions in the description for you to be able to use to do a video of your own if you would like to. But I'm pretty sure at this point that if I tag any of my friends for another video, they're going to do something terrible to me. So I will be following Walker's World, and I will be a tag killer. But if Dollar Store Chapstick, that is a composting restroom. You don't want to get too close. If you'd like to do it, the questions will be in the description, and I will see y'all in the next one.
He's so good. He's just...
They want you to use
Clean.
the boot brush.
Clean your shoe.
Clean your shoes so that you don't carry aliens home.
Alien. They have plants. Garlic mustard! Wait, it's garlic mustard, Japanese stilt grass, wavy leaf basket grass in a mile a minute.
Ooh, mile a minute.
That's just... That's how you clean your shoes. Clean it like this. And then you do it like this. I wish that there was two so you could like...
You can't do them both at the same time, you'd fall.
It'd be so good.